Hey everyone, well, this is different what's on my workbench today. This is a project I finished already where I upgraded a interesting card. This is a Amstrad Mega Drive PC card, ISA card. It's a nice little 8-bit card that has a complete Sega Genesis on it. This is the sound section with the Z80 controller, the 68,000 processor, and the custom graphics chip. This is basically the entire Sega Genesis or Mega Drive on one card. This one was modded to have, I put it in this PC, which is up on the bench next for repair, to show you how it actually sat in here. This is actually a desktop case. It's usually flipped 90 degrees. This is the bottom here on this neat little Unisys 486 machine. So this gives you an idea of the original PC. The case would have only been this deep. Let me back that up. The case would only be this deep. So this would be the front panel here, would sit here, and all of these components would be pushed down here, would be pushed back, so that you wouldn't have these parts here. So it was a wider, I've seen photos of it, it was a quite wide PC, so by the look of it they had the power supply way off to the right, and but in terms of arrangements, this has the ISA riser here, and it was the same kind of format. And I was wrong before. What I thought was a spot for the slider was actually, zoom in on it, there's a little micro switch. You can see right there, that's my test cartridge I use. There's a little micro switch there, so when you pull the cartridge out, the micro switch comes up and it knows there's no cartridge in there, so it doesn't boot to the Mega Drive card. But when it's in, that micro switch is closed and it tells the board over here that, hey, you have a cartridge in there, time to play a game. So the person I did this for is a very nice guy. He wanted the audio upgraded on this card, which I did, and I replaced. There's the op amp here, and then a bunch of components on the back. So he runs actually like an EverDrive card, so he never needs to actually, his setup is actually going to be very close to this, with a little standoff to keep this from hanging down. I think he has he's going to have a sound card here. This has his own built-in sound, but I'm sure he's going to have a sound card in there for regular PC gaming. This is actually one of the cleanest 486s I've ever encountered. Actually, it looks like brand new inside. For you youngsters, I'll show you what one of these look like. Safety first. Get to see how messy my workbench actually is. Pull this card. 2 hands. Pull this card. And then this comes off. Kind of a neat concept. I've heard about. There's other equivalents out there. This is the only Amstrad one I've heard of. And this one was modded with a better VGA output. I think you still need a 15 kilohertz card though, which I don't. 15 kilohertz monitor, which I don't have. And that's this riser. So that's going to be packed away shortly. This is a fairly well-made PC of mid-90s vintage, with a couple important upgrades I noticed. So got your 16 megabytes of RAM, and 4 megabyte SIMs. I think these are SIMs. It's been a long time. It has an overdrive 486DX4100. Great 486 actually. I always liked the DX4100. I had a laptop, a Acer laptop for years that had that chip. It was a good, real solid chip. Though the interesting thing, it looks like this board was originally designed for two 486s. So it was a dual processor layout, but they never populated that second one. Got your standard old BIOS chip. I'm not sure what's going on here. This looks like some sort of upgraded sound, or maybe not. I don't know what this is for here, this little mess. It's got a crystal on the cap. I don't know what that is. I didn't really look it up. Though what is going to be replaced is going to be this. Ooh, that's out of focus. Too close. Okay, there we go. That's a DB15 connector, VGA connector. The fortunate thing is, even after all these years, they haven't changed them. So I have like an identical replacement I have laying over there. This I think it's actually very humorous. This particular PC was built in 1994, 19th week of 1994, and you can get the exact same connector. Haven't changed it. 26 years, identical connector. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Went on DigiKey, bought it. Exact same. So yeah, after 2.5 decades, same exact part, which I find very amusing for some reason, that you can get parts for older computers. And this one, I see it's been upgraded. This should be interesting. Trying to keep this on the tripod so no one gets too sick. You can't quite see it, but usually there would be a hard drive sitting here, but it's been replaced with a compact flash to IDE connector. So he's got an 8 gigabyte compact flash card, which is solid state drive. So this PC basically has a solid state drive inside, and just a regular old floppy. Can I quite make it out in there? It'd be hard to see with the camera. Let's see. Pop this up. Yeah, you can just make it out in there. That red board in there is a compact flash to IDE connector. So that's a nice upgrade. So solid state. It's probably the most affordable way to do solid state on these old machines. But you can see it is so very clean inside. It's crazy. I mean, the board is spotless internally. The only thing that happened during shipment was this particular RAM popped out and it was jammed over here. So yeah, so I just threw that Mega Drive card in there to show what it looked like, and then let's see. I did make a 45-minute long cap replacement video, and I went to watch it back, and it was the most boring 45 minutes of video I've ever done. So I don't think I'm going to be posting that one. And this is the other card I did. Replaced all the caps on here, cleaned out the potentiometer, cleaned did deoxid on the pot, deoxid on these connectors here, and brand new caps on it. These nice, really nice audio grade caps, which are rated for like ever. I mean, they're rated everything I put on here is rated 2,000 hours at 85C, which means you'll get about 50, 60, 70, 80,000 hours at normal operating temperature. So those caps will outlast this system. So that's going back shortly to the really nice guy, Brandon. I think he's in California, if I remember correctly. I've done other work from the past with a GameCom. That was fun. The Tiger GameCom, I actually improved the audio on there. He's a big fan of the GameCom, and he actually donated a couple of them. So in a few months, I'm going to be gutting the GameCom and upgrading it. So yeah, that's it for now. But you can marvel at. I mean, I actually find it really interesting. This is a 26-year-old PC, and just how clean it is. But you will notice there are no PCI slots. It's just ISA slots. 3 of them on this on the riser. This is a very typical machine of the mid-90s. Very, very solid machine, actually. The case, all steel, and I find really funny. Wait. This tickled me. I don't know why. But if you look, let's see if I can get a tight zoom on it. Oh, I gotta take it off we're going handheld. If you look at the RAM, made by Hyundai, made in the USA. Well, that's a strange combination. A Korean company building RAM in the US. Huh. Neat. There's your overdrive processor, so that wasn't the original processor. That was placed in later, I'm sure. There's your nice Cirrus Logic with an S3 video card, I believe. That's really solid as well. Good. I mean, for a built-in card, that's a really solid choice. Since I'm going handheld, let's see if I can get a good shot of that card. Yeah, I can't quite see it down there, but yeah, there is a card in there. And you can see my workbench. Pile of mess, bunch of tools. There's the camera I usually use for taking the videos. Microphone. Here's my PC. That's my coffee can, so I can, when I do the solder work. And stack mat. Drawer full of tools. Lots of tools, more tools, a lot of tools. Well, that's my other bench. That's got the Dremel tools. When I do all the plastic cutting on there, there's my all the parts I keep on hand of all sorts of caps and resistors I keep on hand. That's little pots up top. There's a can of deoxit, very handy. I use the PC for recording the videos. It's a little lug. It's right down there. That's I think it's an i7 5th generation. So, little Zotac machine. So yeah, you get to see what my workbench actually looks like. And my way too bright studio lights I keep for taking videos. If you want to get an overview, it's kind of funny what this actually looks like. So I'm doing my what's on my workbench. It actually looks like that. So those horribly, horribly bright lights. And there's my static cable I still have attached to me. Yeah, so that's what it actually looks like behind the workbench. So yeah, thanks for watching, and next video I'll show pulling this bracket out, and then I pull this whole motherboard out to access the bottom of this, so I can just desolder it, put a new one in, and I'll power it up one more time at least, and have it hooked up to my monitor over here. It's got dual inputs on, so I hook up the VGA on there. I can look at the output in there, and that'll be it. And if I don't see any more waviness, that's about all I can do. I'm not a miracle worker. The only thing is I can throw a scope on these power lines, see if it's noisy, but everything in here is so clean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it looks brand new. So, alright everyone, thanks for watching.